All right, wonderful people, lovers of freedom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome back to Let's Talk TV, your one and only YouTube platform. Always here to give you back to back updates on the latest. And without further ado, we'll go into the details because, of course, that is why we are here. Remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications. Okay, a new wave of hope has swept through Biafra land this morning as fresh prophecy has emerged, my people, regarding the long awaited release of the PM Ekpa and the ultimate victory of the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Okay, the news has sparked excitement across Southeast with supporters taking to the streets, believing that freedom is near, and it is not a lie, my people. Let us go into the full details of this news. Yes, as we all know, a well-respected spiritual leader has dropped a prophecy that has revealed that the Nigerian government stronghold on Nnamdi Kanu is weakening, and that unforeseen forces are working behind the scenes to set him free. Normally, we are supposed to drop a video that would correlate with this particular news at this point, but yes, YouTube and its restrictions has dropped us and has made us unable to do that. The revelation has also hinted at a divine intervention that would elevate PM Ekpa's position and bring Biafra's independence closer than ever before. The chains are breaking and the oppressors will soon bow. Nnamdi Kanu shall walk free and Biafrans will rejoice. This is what is coming straight from the prophet as he declared in a widely circulated message. The prophecy quickly gained momentum and has spread throughout social media recently, and of course all platforms and social media outlets have been carrying it, and many have seen this particular news as a sign that the struggle for Biafra's independence is entering a new and decisive phase. My people, this is what it is, and I believe this is where we are heading to, and we are going to get there. A whole lot of things have happened within the years that would make people think differently, but no, I feel like we are closer than we have ever been. Continuing from about Swanisha Owerri to Enugu, Biafrans are chanting songs, and people have come out talking about the anticipation of Nnamdi Kanu's release, as major towns and local leaders that are in support of the movement have organized prayer gatherings and thanking God for what they believe is an answered prayer. Yes. And on top of it, people have talked about how they have been suffering for too long. And today we have rejoiced because of the fact that our freedom is near. Okay, then in Finland, PM Simon Ekpa also reacted to the prophecy from inside and stated that the Biafra government in exile has been making strategic moves and that the time for Biafrans to reclaim their destiny is here. His statements further fuel the belief that something major is about to unfold. This particular word that we've gotten right here is from PM Simon Ekpa from Finland, as even as coming from his lawyer or from his representative, as he has gotten this news. Okay, while many are hopeful, political analysts warn that Nigeria's government may not easily yield. Of course, we know that these people would not easily let anything like that happen. And however, the increasing international pressure and growing internal resistance, and now this prophecy have left many wondering, could this be the final turning point in Biafra's struggle? Yes, it should be. For now, Biafrans are in joy and believing that victory is near. And as the days unfold, all eyes will be on the zoo government, yes, waiting to see if the prophecy will come true. My people, I don't doubt that this prophecy will come true by the latest times. It is just for us to be ready. And ready to take over when the time is right. And so my people would also want you to listen to the next thing that comes up
as it is one of the major things that we are aiming for right here. Thank you.
That we are claiming that he's against the Biafra movement, he's against this, he's against that he's against this, that he's causing unrest in Southeast, he's doing this, he's doing that. Like people, I just want you to know that it's not possible. None of it is even close to being possible because he is working tirelessly. The amount of people they send against him, the amount of people that have wanted his arrest, they even the time when they succeeded one way or another, they said there was a rumor that he was arrested and then he was released, and everything that comes up, it all ends up to be a lie. It all ends up to be false. It all ends up not happening because this man is protected by the Finland government, and the Finland government is in support of everything he's doing. And I would like to tell you that even the Finland government would know they would not support anybody that would be causing unrest in another state, and they will not even let him stay in their country if they found out that, or if they know that this particular man, this is what he's doing. But they know the fight, they know the roots of every single thing, and so because of that, they are supporting him. This particular movement is not a movement that anyone can just wake up and do and go to a foreign state and stay. If you are that kind of person that you are doing that side of thing, be rest assured that the country would investigate you before allowing you to stay there, especially in a country like Finland. If a Finland country would investigate you to be sure that nothing of such is going on, or you're not causing any of such, that whatever you're doing is actually up to your right and is what you can rightfully do, which I am sure that they have done properly on him, and they have verified that this particular person is doing nothing, just like the Mazinam the Kano was doing absolutely nothing wrong but fighting for the movement. But of course, this particular thing is what they would use to sway people in Nigeria. They would use to sway Igbo people in Nigeria, make them think that he's the worst enemy of all, and say so many rubbish against him. I would even come up and say that if since he's outside the country, he should come back. Mazinam the Kano, how the few times he came back to Nigeria, the very first time he came back, they arrested him. That was the first thing they did. And he expects him or anybody fighting for their freedom to respect, to come back to Nigeria. It's not possible. If we have a history of letting people that are fighting for their nation be in the country and be safe and every other thing without getting arrested, then the possibility of them coming back or staying or being protected in their state is there. But then, any time that this set of people find themselves or get themselves in the country, they are arrested. Do you expect the PM, Simon Ekpa, not to learn from the previous things that has happened and decide to be in a state that would really, really protect him from anything that is going on? Of course, he has found that state, and that state or that country is Finland, and that is why he's with the Finnish government. And as well, it has ended up that the main president or the person in charge at this point has ended up to be a very close friend of his, close to his best friend. And they are all working towards everything that would make sure that the Biafra movement is something that actually works out at the end, and not just something that people would hear about and not know what is happening. But my people, what I am here to remind you of is that this movement is as real as anything should be. The movement that is being made by the PMBRGIE is one of the biggest and one of the most valued by the true Biafrans that know the fight, that the fight is real, and that if you stop fighting, the day we stop fighting is the day we start ending whatever it is we want for ourselves. And so this is what is expected of Biafrans, not to avoid, not to ignore, not to lay down or to forget whatever it is. You are expected to do the needful. Stand steadfast, be ready at any point in time, because you do not know what's next and what is going to happen next. And so you are expected to be strong, and do the needful. Every single thing. I don't believe there's anything you're passing through now that there's people in the past that fought for this particular freedom have not passed through, that did not pass through. There are those that went through the main civil war, and there was a war, a real war. And it so happened that at the end, since we are still in one Nigeria, you would call it the fact that we lost. But of course, we are going at it again, and we are going to win. We are hoping that the best would happen in our coming off and doing the needful things that we need to do. And so, my people, it is one of the important things that we need to do with anything that concerns Biafra movement. And so that is what it is. So yes, my people, this is what we'll come to the end of this particular broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Thank you.